for playing games is done. Adversaries all better run. We're coming up to reach the top, unbeatable and we'll never stop. We're the ones in charge, yeah. We're staying living large, yeah. We're the one who fly, yeah. They don't ever have a chance, why do they even try? Everybody, yeah, yeah, yeah. Rock your body, yeah, yeah, yeah. Time to party, yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause the BackSeat Boyz are back.
Welcome, everybody, to the Spokecast. Johnny Cashmere here, original backseat boy in the house. Let's get someone else in here. Skillz the Great. What's up, my brother?
What's going on, Johnny? We in the building.
Hell yeah, dude.
Salute.
Monday Night Spo.
Danger Ginger. What it do? Salute. Salute. We in the
And
building.
let's get our big guest in here. Tommy Grayson. What's up, brother? Welcome back.
Hey, what up, y'all? I'm happy that a 1 week absence gets me an entire episode named after me. So shouts out to y'all.
We missed you.
Thank you.
Everybody did too.
Be back.
That's tonight. Tommy Grayson returns. We have a bad area or two on tap. Everybody get ready for that. We're going to talk about the BackSeats Do America tour and many, many other things. We have match graphics galore. We have some announcements, and we have to talk about a few things coming up for the event. So how's everything, Tommy? How was your week, brother?
My week was all over the place. You know, we could get more into that in a little bit, but you know, for those of you who don't know, we actually reconnected with SPO Originals Live Danger out in Los Angeles, Hollywood, Los Angeles, that is, for Only Wrestlers Association. And then we made our way out to beautiful Madison, West Virginia. So those are going to be two recurring themes here for this episode. Yeah, you know, I'm just right now, I'm enjoying being back home in New York while I still can, because I've become quite the homebody myself, but I still love to travel and I still love to hit the road, especially for the BackSeat Boyz Do America tour.
BackSeat Boyz Do America. What do you think of that graphic? Do you like it?
Oh, I love it, man.
BackSeat Do America graphic.
Mm-hmm. If you guys know the BackSeat Boyz, you know, we very much are Beavis and Butthead. I'm Butthead. JP's Beavis for obvious reasons and such. And, you know, it just occurred to me that when we went out to Las Vegas, you know, it wasn't just Las Vegas that we were going out there for. We're trying to hit all 50 states at a certain point, you know. So we're doing it all, man. You know, we're gonna do America.
The old Brett Lauderdale. I think GCW is doing 50 states too. You're gonna have to beat them.
Well, you know what? Salute to them. Salute to them. Hopefully I could jump on you know, some of those states that I haven't crossed off. I know they got their sights set on Alaska. You know, I myself and fellow backseat Johnny Cashmere have frequented the last frontier.
Been there, done that.
So, you know, I
got
new.
How many states you missing?
You know, I actually was putting together a list the other night, and I believe I'm over 20 as far as like 20 states that like I have to hit. But you know, this past week, you know, I got to cross off California. I had been to San Diego before, which was, you know, by far my favorite city, but this was my first time wrestling out in California. So I got to, you know, cross that state off. So, you know, I'm pretty happy.
We need to get like a map on the wall of like what states GCW's run and what states the BackSeat Boyz have wrestled.
And fill it in like, and fill it in like red versus blue, like a political campaign.
Or like a murder investigation court board, you know, with like the thumbtacks and the string.
Or like cell phone reception, you know, where all the cell phone plans try and politic and get you to sign up for their plan.
Yeah, exactly. But speaking of tag teams, you were talking about tag teams, bro. Real quick, we got some good news. The Natural Disasters are going into the Hall of Fame. Yo, I don't care what anyone in the world says. One of my favorite tag teams of all time.
Earthquake and Typhoon.
Dude, I was like 12 when they came out in the red and black outfits. Dude, I thought they were the coolest outfits any tag team ever had. Like, I thought it was badass. I love those guys, dude. And the things they could do as big men, it was just awesome. So to see them in there is phenomenal.
Well,
were you fans of them?
I mean, they were a little bit before my time, but I salute, you know, tag teams in general. I salute, you know, any tag team getting the respect that, you know, they were able to get done. There's a bunch of other names I personally am rooting for. You know, I'm not going to blow their candle out to, you know, put someone else's, but, you know, salute to them, you know.
And there were 2 single competitors that they put together, correct? Right? Because it was Earthquake, and then you got Tugboat. Tugboat was like super baby face, and then you make him Typhoon, this ultimate heel. Oh, they were badass.
It worked.
That's right. That's right.
It definitely worked, man. It definitely worked.
It definitely did. It definitely did.
So you guys, been nice weather out. You enjoying that it's getting dark later?
Surprisingly, yeah. You know, I like the nighttime. I'm sort of nocturnal like that, but I do appreciate the sun being out and being able to see the sun still up, you know, right out my window as I'm doing the Spokecast. So I also like the fact that the sun being out later means better weather.
Yes.
You know, it's the one thing about winter is that it really sucks to travel in the winter. It sucks to, you know, wrestle in the winter because you're always taking a chance. You know, not even necessarily just in the ring, but, you know, just on the road. So I appreciate the fact that the sun being out more is a sign of better weather.
Hell yeah. So Skillz, I hear we all know that Donnie B last week was on Coach C. Chris Sanders did an interview with him for Best for Business. A couple weeks before that was me. And Natural Progression is Skillz. So I think we actually have the clip. Should I show the clip of you guys?
Let's do it.
There it is, featuring La Casa. Here it is, guys.
Mikey started screaming, "You ain't doing that shit, blah, blah, blah." When Mikey went to lunch, I told Red, let's go back up. And Jose was like, let's go back up. And we went back up and we hit it. It's okay to be different, man.
Get Red out of there!
Johnny Cashman, Trent Acid are so important to me and my brother's lives and careers. Mike Perna is the craziest man in the planet. A lot of the biggest names in wrestling went through Reno.
I'm just like so much in my element and so more comfortable in myself and what I do. It's definitely an honor and a privilege to actually, you know, manage Homicide. I've done manage the top Puerto Rican wrestler in the world and Rican tag team in the world.
The change was us. It was this trifecta. It was the BackSeat Boyz, Briscoes, and SAT.
Back in the days, they used to be called the SATs. Now they're called La Casa.
They offered us a contract, the shittiest contract in the world, but I signed it because there was nothing else, you know what I mean, at the time.
Wow.
Shout out to Chris, yo.
That was awesome.
One thing about Coach C, he really takes his time to prepare his interview questions. He does his research. And that's really important when you're, you know, watching these interviews and conducting these interviews, is that you want to be well informed about, you know, your topic. You know, real quick before we move on, I just want to give a shout out to the notorious 187 Homicide on having his retirement match. Guys, we've dedicated multiple episodes and segments to Homicide throughout the years. I'm not going to, like I already said on Facebook, I'm not going to sit here in front like, you know, I'm super tight with Homicide like that. But he's definitely carved out a place in my career. And I would like to hope that, you know, myself, my brother, and Johnny have done for him as I know that Trent has. For those of you who don't know, he's taking some time away from the ring, hopefully not forever, but if I'm not going to tell his story. And right now, all I just want to do is send the best out to, you know, the man behind Homicide, you know, D. Erzo, or Nelson. You know, I don't want to put his business out there like that, but, you know, this is a family man. This is a guy who's given his life to the business, who's dealing with some very real things right now. So I just want to keep him in our best wishes right now. I think it's dope that he was SPO's first champion. I'm honored that Skillz and all of us have had the privilege to work with him. And I'm just happy that he was somebody that never went out of his way to make anyone feel less than. He always gave honest feedback and critique, and was really just happy to be in the locker room. So, you know.
He was also the first PWU champion.
That's
first
right.
Wrestling Federation. So
I was lucky enough to have him in our his second to last match at Win. He was the Papa Don's mystery partner against Steve Pena and Joel Maximo.
that's
That
right.
was awesome.
That's right. It was kind of like a little farewell tour for him.
No, 100%. Definitely had to pay homage to my boy.
God bless him, man. He's so inspirational, and he's been doing it for so long. I mean, I first met him in '98 when I started. I would take Trent and Billy Reel and Nick Burke up to Jersey All Pro, and they would wrestle guys like Homicide and Dan Moff and Kane D and Jay Lover. You know, it was a great time back then, man. And even back then, Homicide was respected, just because of his cred from real life. So when that stuff happens, it's neat to see. And, you know, Homicide, he's going to be back. I know it. I know it. He's too strong not to be. And he's too good at what he does. You know how they say after a while you have an autopilot that you go on? You know how when you're driving and suddenly you get to where you're going, you're like, damn, I remember getting here. He can do that in the ring. So
I think him and Trent had that in common. You know, they both had that autopilot. You know. So I think that's why they got along. You know, Smokey C actually said that about Trent this past weekend. You know, when we were out in West Virginia, he said that, you know, Trent's ability when he got in the ring, it just like he went on that autopilot, you know, even back then. So I think that's really why him and Homicide always got along, was because they thought like-mindedly in wrestling and had that mutual understanding that, like, whatever happens outside of the ring happens outside of the ring. But in the ring, it's like, you give me your best and I'll give you my best.
And they trusted each other. I mean, Trent was wrestling Homicide. Trent was like 17. Homicide was probably 19, 20. So they were still kids. You know, they were still kids, and they were doing things that they probably never dreamed they'd be doing when they were kids.
Right.
So, you know, it was just a neat time for everyone. And I'm glad to see Homicide has such staying power. I mean, just right here on this show last year, we had his 30th anniversary episode while he was our champion, right? Or maybe he had just stopped being our champion.
No.
Right around that time.
No, he was our champion because he was our champion right up until Endgame Part 2 when he wrestled
Scorpio, right? Scorpio took the belt from. We showed that last week on here.
Shouts out to What Culture, by the way. You know, I'm always watching their videos, and the fact that, you know, we broke through that barrier of being mentioned and stuff. It's you know, that's the shizness.
Yep. It sure is.
Real quick, before we leave the topic, I wanted to add on to what Tommy said about Coach C. He's such a great guy. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of podcasters out there, and they be having interviews with these wrestlers, and they just all ask the same questions. Like Coach C, he knows how to ask the questions. Like, he knows what to ask. So it's a big difference. Like, these guys are podcasters, this guy's a journalist. It's a big difference, man, and you can see it in his podcast. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Best for Business. You'll see Johnny there, Donnie B. This Wednesday, La Casa, we in the building. Salute.
I love how they put you in the middle, Skillz. Notice we put you in the middle of me and Robbie on the press conference graphic. Skillz in the middle.
I don't know how that happened, man, with the legendary Joel Maximo in there. And
Skillz
he was happy when
in the
he
middle.
saw it too. He was like, hey, I love the poster.
Coming to Fox this fall. Skillz in the middle.
There's something to be said about being the middleman in wrestling, and that's sort of what the role of the manager is to be the middleman between the wrestlers and the referee, or the middleman between the wrestlers and the promoter, or the middleman between the wrestlers and the fans. So, you know what they say, signs on the road, you're going the right way. So
appreciate it. Shout out to Coach
Signs
C
on the
in
road,
the house.
you're
Was
going
goody.
the right way. I love it. Right here.
Hey.
Speaking of that, so guys, did you guys see? I gotta follow up on this. Did you guys see Angel Metro wrestled Louis? It finally happened. Low Life Louis and Angel Metro wrestled this past week. Did you guys see
Oh
it?
God, yes,
I
saw
didn't.
it.
I didn't see it though. I
saw
heard
it.
about it though.
I
Didn't
saw
see
it. And
I-
and Louis
The blood
and
bath?
Louis Jr. is wrestling too now, like on his own. Like, remember we said that the Louis outdid us and did a do-si-do, and we had
Oh,
to
yes.
yeah. Well, Louis Jr. is now wrestling out there, and from what I understand, he's doing death matches.
Not only death matches, but I think he does do them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Lovely. I had
love
pictures of
Louis.
Angel Metro, and now I can't find them. I
Oh
had them all
man,
ready to go. Damn it! I have a video. Want to see the video?
Yeah, no, definitely.
let's see the video.
See the
Show.
video. This is. I'll just let you see it. Jesus.
Play it again. Play it again.
Yeah, I didn't get to see that. I had to put my screen bigger. Go ahead. Oh, ooh.
Jesus. What is happening? She's like the most beautiful girl. I told you, I said on here last week I was going to chain her up in a storm cellar so she couldn't go wrestle Low Life Louis. Oh my God.
She did it.
God
Nope.
bless her. God bless her. And she was bleeding.
Oh, happily.
She was. Yeah, she didn't care.
Willingly.
She's bleeding. Yep. Exactly. And here you go, guys. You see the event poster. That's them up in the right corner. Angel versus Ruthie.
Oh,
Angel's going to wrestle Ruthie. Not going to be any blood in that match in Harris.
I love
Now-
that
or two
flyer, man.
hardcore
That-
women.
But let me
yeah.
ask you guys this. All right, you're Ruthie J, and you know you got this match coming up against Angel, and you go on the Instagram and you see Angel versus Low Life Louis Ramos in a bloodbath. Are you showing up to Harris on April 27th?
Yeah. Yeah, because it becomes it's a different type of thing, but I mean, I think Angel, like you said, she's a hot chick, so it's like, you put her on a poster and it's like, who's not going to want to see it? If she's wrestling another chick, like Ruthie J, who also happens to be attractive,
Hot, what up?
then that's a win-win. If she's taking on someone like Low Life Louis, then it's like, okay, I want to see this hot chick beat the hell out of this, out of Low Life Louis, So it's a win-win again.
I just worry how much longer is she going to be a hot chick if she keeps doing this. We have to preserve her hotness, don't we? Isn't that like our job as her friends, as her new buddies?
Sure, but I trust me. She part of being a hot chick is also being a tough chick, and I don't think she's a pushover. I think she could hold her own against Low Life Louis.
Anybody going against Low Life Louis, and then
I can't even
insane.
imagine. I can't even imagine, of all people, she's wrestling Low Life Louis. Like,
yeah, no. Last time I seen Low Life Louis, I think he was going against Jay Lover, and that you already know how that was. That was
Right.
insane.
I actually I saw Low Life Louis carry what's his name, Hellaware Assassin through a match at H2O online. So
I love Hellaware. Hellaware is one of the nicest guys in the world.
Well,
He's a good dude.
Vox,
he's always been cool whenever I've met him. I just know that when I saw this match, Louis went out of his way to make Hellaware look good.
Well, good. By the way, I don't know if you guys saw Todd Rod Newton's in the chat. Our
What up,
own
Todd Rod?
rerun, and I got an announcement to make. We'll do it while he's here, you guys. So you saw the back of the poster, right? So the back of the poster came out last week.
Damn.
Vinny Pacifico versus Miami Mike of Post Game, with Tone
Dang.
Love of Tough Crew in Vinny's corner,
That's crazy.
and Lavari,
Whoa.
billboard artist Lavari, in Miami Mike's corner. But here's the new match graphic, you guys. The Battle of the Billboards. Both Vinny Pacifico and Lavari had their were on billboards in Times Square. What are the friggin' odds? So watch this, you guys. See the billboard? So Lavari was also on a billboard. Dude, this shit writes itself.
Yeah, that's crazy. I ain't even gonna lie, that's a coincidence too. Like you're literally like in the same weeks.
I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. But as far as our favorite Todd Rod goes, we have him involved as well. Check this out, you guys. So we're actually going to have the Dragon Force Martial Arts, Korean Karate, is going to be doing a live demonstration. We're going to be breaking some boards
Wow.
for us and whatever that noise is. And Todd Rod is going to be our host. So he's actually going to host. You guys saw him come to the ring last show with Primal Fear and the event before that with Bufa. So you know that he's and the man he impersonates, Fred Berry rerun, just had his birthday a few days ago. So it's a very serendipitous time for everyone, and we're very happy to have Todd Rod back. So hell yeah, Todd Rod. There he is. Yeah, isn't he a great guy? You guys like Todd Rod? I know you don't like him, Skillz.
It was unfortunate. He was in the wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah.
Be like that.
I mean, I think it's neat when people come in from outside of wrestling and become wrestling managers. Like Lavari. Lavari's putting in the effort. He's putting in the time. He's working hard. He's studying. He's been studying Don Callis, he told me.
Really?
Yeah. So dude's taking it serious.
Wow. Lavari's another Cyrus the Virus.
Yeah, he's gonna be. He's gonna be. I mean, Lavari, like I said, he's got a plethora of angst tied up inside of him that when he lets out, I have a feeling it's going to be a spectacle to behold, guys.
Sort of like a John Cena heel turn?
Sort of like a John Cena heel turn. We have been in a toxic relationship for over 20 years.
I'm here for it.
Yep. Well, Lavari, I got to tell you, man, he's a star, man. He's been on a lot of things. I mean, it's not, look, I haven't been on Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel never talked about my wrestling. Has he talked about you guys?
Not even close. And he just got a top 40 hit, right?
Yep.
Again. So
And
shout out to him for that. That's not an easy thing to do.
Nope.
Not just anybody does that. Say they're
correct.
Billboard charting artist. Now he got two under his belt. So you can see, I guess it's not a fluke, right? He got one, now he got two.
The battle of the
Shout out to
Billboards.
Lavari. And that dude been everywhere, right? I seen him in court. I see them do it all. Like this guy, he holds a lot of jackets.
I have a trivia question for the both of you.
Let's hear it.
Which well-known professional wrestler was a backup dancer for Lavari during his first album in 2010? You might know the answer, Thomas. If you do, don't answer. Do you guys want to guess who it was?
I don't know. I wouldn't.
Which well-known professional wrestler?
Definitely well-known to us, but yes, pretty well-known. Yeah. Everyone knows. Yeah. Give up?
Yeah, definitely.
Was it Northeast Genovese?
No.
Valerie, what up?
Nope. First letter of their name. What was the question again? I got
you at the backup.
Well-known professional.
No, I know. Sunny Kiss. It was Sunny Kiss.
Oh, really?
Sunny Kiss was a backup dancer for Lavari.
Wow.
And I told Lavari, and he's like, I'm gonna go follow her. So Lavari followed Sunny the other day. So they're gonna reconnect now.
Oh, but he had no idea either. How did you find out?
Sunny told me.
Oh shit.
She's like, were you just with Lavari? I was like, yeah. She's like, what? Yeah, she's like, I was a dancer for him once. Yeah.
And she's a SPO original, right?
Yeah. She is a SPO original. Exactly. Guys, let's hit the music.
Hey.
Oh! The president has arrived. What's up, brother?
You have to dig the music. You have to just get into the rhythm.
I'm so glad you were right on time tonight. Thank you.
Looking very tan, Phil.
You do look tan.
What up, Phil?
I had a weekend of events. I'm always tan for events.
Good for you.
Let's hear it. And I want to see tan lines. Stand up. No, I'm just kidding. So what's up? What happened this weekend, Phil?
Was that had Wrestling Revolver and 2 MCW events. Danger Ginger, you get back here right now.
He shouldn't even have showed up. Phil, did you ever hear? Everyone's saying it. Did you ever hear the old in wrestling thing where if you're going to be late to a show, be very late because then the promoter's just happy that you're there. He's not going to bitch at you. You never heard that?
There's still 35 minutes left.
There is. That's true. You've missed so much, though, dude.
I can imagine.
Yeah, you really have.
I just got
talking about. What was it, Lavari? Oh, the billboards. We was talking about the billboards, Battle of the Billboards.
The Battle of the Billboards, Phil. Did you ever hear of such a thing in your life?
No, but I'm really intrigued.
Yeah, well, Vinny Pacifico was on the Times Square billboard, and so was Lavari. So there's the billboards pictured on the top right and left.
Okay.
All right, and then we have
Tone Love. That's all recently, too.
It is recently. And Tone Love of Tough Crew has written a custom rap that he's going to play, that he's going to sing at the event. Lavari, as you see down there, The Rhythm of Life, his one of his albums, and like Skillz said, he was just charting in the UK charts too last week.
Mm-hmm.
Very good to you.
Yeah,
but he's been on 2 bulletin boards. Lavari, got to catch up.
Balls, what up?
Bulletin boards. What else was he on?
He had another one that launched a new digital currency for a bank.
What?
Yeah, so he was on a second, and it was like him, but it was like an AI of him, but he was the model for it.
An AI of Lavari?
No, of Vinny Pacifico.
Oh, Vinny was on 2.
Yeah, so Vinny was on 2. Now Lavari got to catch up.
He was an AI version of Vinny. He's saying on a billboard.
Dude, everyone should have an AI version of Vinny Pacifico. I'm convinced. Jeez.
They bring that energy.
Dude, the world ain't ready. The world ain't ready.
I can't even. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Can we play his new hit? I don't have it queued up, but yeah, we can start playing it. You know what's funny is a lot of our releases, a lot of our posts on Instagram are to the songs of our own artists, like Velcro, for example, or Nail the Hood Prince Charming, or Tone Love. You know, people that you're actually going to see perform at our events. So that's kind of cool. I'm excited about it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
that you know they bring quality music.
Yeah, speaking of quality music, that's a good segue. Look what we have. Big Rel, the battle rapper, Skillz. Tell us a little bit about this guy. He's going to be performing live on the 27th of April.
He's an up-and-coming battle rapper. I haven't watched much of him, but what I've saw, he's undefeated so far. I've seen 2 or 3 battles with him so far, and he won every single one. So shout out to Big Rel doing his thing. And I'm just curious to see, him, listen to what his music sound like. Because it's different battle rapping. When you battle rap, you don't got no beat. It's just going at another guy personally. When you make music, it's a lot different. So I'm curious to see what he brings to the table April 27th in Harris.
Hell yeah. And speaking of battle rappers, guys, we finally made the graphic. We're calling it the Chester City Vendetta. Tay-Rock and Velcro. And look at this. With MOJ, GCW's own MOJ, battle rap specialist, versus Declan Grant, Christian Ross, with my brother Robbie. So there you go, guys. And Gruesome will be in the corner of Tay-Rock and Velcro. I just couldn't fit him on here. There was literally no more room to fit another human being on this match graphic, or I would have. But so there you go, guys. There's the match. Christian Ross, a monster among men. Grant, he's one of these guys that, I don't know, he's just tough to the bone. He's a guy that was born in a bed of thumbtacks, I feel like.
Wasn't Homicide his trainer?
Yes.
Come on.
Homicide.
Come on.
Right. You're right. I didn't even think about that. Wow. Yep, that is going to be some show. Thank you, Todd Rod. Hell yeah. Happy to have you. And Phil, real quick, I don't know if you saw this or not, but Todd Rod is going to be hosting. We have a karate demonstration.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, they're going to be breaking boards and stuff. It's the Dragon Force Martial Arts Korean Karate. I took Korean karate as a kid. Tang Soo Do, it was called.
Did not know that.
Phil, do you remember at the old Animal House, we had one of our students do break stunts with Krav Maga?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
My brain's like way back a machine. Sorry, I had to reel it in for a second there.
Scott. His name was Scott. He was a Krav Maga instructor, and he was breaking like ice at intermission, and the crowd loved it. Remember that? You know, another thing, you guys, we were talking about the Rumble coming up, you know, the Rumble. And one of our students, Phil, you might remember him. He was a friend of Detox's. His name was Keith. He wrestled as Kid Legend.
Yes.
He is training at Catchpoint again with Antisocial on Sundays. He's bumping. He sends me pictures and videos today of him bumping. And I don't know for sure if he's going to be in the Rumble or not, but we may actually have a PW student of mine in the Rumble. I'm kind of excited for that. So
that's very cool.
Wow.
He hit me up and he's like, where can I go? And I recommended Catchpoint to him.
You were like, anywhere but Johnny. No, but dude, what a great guy, man. I remember when we trained him and we did our first student show, and it was his first time to ever wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
And he showed up with a ready-made professional gimmick and looked like $1 million. And I was so impressed. So impressed, man. He was one of the best students we've ever had, for sure. And now he's a father. And, you know, he's hitting me up. He's getting back in the ring. He's got a little white in his beard now, you know. So it means the world to me to have my old students coming back for the 25th anniversary. It really does. So I'm pretty excited about that.
That's very cool.
Yeah. So.
And shout out to you, though, having students so young.
Well, I was young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Sure.
Hey, don't forget Badass Mark. Mark Angel is in the Rumble. And he was one of our students in PW. And his son, Marcus Mathers, used to run around my wrestling ring when he was like a year or two old.
Was that a spoiler alert? Did you say that he was in the Rumble before?
Yeah, we put that announcement out.
Oh, okay.
We put it out this week, all the Rumbles. Actually, I can bring that up because we did announce it last week, but I can bring those up.
Did it?
Another
I remember announcing 4 people, no?
Yeah, but I put it out on Instagram.
I didn't see it.
It's on Spo Wrestling's Instagram as a swipe right to see the first 9 people. We actually announced 9 people so far.
Okay. I didn't see that. My apologies.
Yeah. It's all good, bro. We'll get it. We'll get it out. Phil, what do you got to plug? How was Revolver?
Revolver went really well out in Iowa. God, so much happened. There was a street fight between Matt Palmer and Rich Swann that went everywhere in that building.
Yeah.
There was a contingent from Chicago that attacked. Oh God, who all did they attack? Jake Christ after a match. So we head to Chicago for Wrestling Revolver on April 5th, and so it's this little faction, I guess it's Chicago versus everything, and so Chicago is being represented before we even get there. So now we have to sort of stand up for ourselves. Whoa!
Right. Sorry.
All good.
The dog kicked the door open. Anyway.
And then 2 MCW events this weekend, Hollywood, Maryland, and then Dundalk, Maryland, that returned to where they used to run 17 years ago. And so that was really a great time. Hollywood, they had over 800 people last night. They had about 650. So both nights, great turnout, great time.
That's awesome. He draws so well, man.
And it takes hustle. You know, like they really hustle to get people in the door and how they street team and get flyers out and ads out. So
I got you. So I have it all up. All right. So here we go. So there's Phil Stamper enters the Rumble. Look at that picture.
That's my pick right there. That's my pick right now.
Oh, good call. Good call.
Sure.
And you have Trust in Phil written on your breast. I love it. Hashtag Trust in Phil. I like the hood, bro. Are you going to wear that, you think?
Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to wear.
Really?
They're kind of like Assassin's Creed-ish.
Is it silver?
The hood. It's more white than silver.
Gotcha.
There's some silver in it. I'll say there's some silver tone in it. But
it looks silverish. It looks a little bit like the Ninja Turtles chest plates. I like it. Seriously. Speaking of Ninja Turtles, we got shredded Stan Styles. Shredder. He's going to
Wait a minute. What?
Yep. He debuted in H2O last week as Shredder, dude. It's a badass looking gimmick. So we got him. And like I said, badass Mark Angel, one of my original students from the PW. Vinny Talata, the other half of Post Game, is going for it. He's trying for the belt, as well as
Stoner Bro.
Flex.
Shout out to Stone Bro.
That's my boy, Wellness King of Florida. And then, of course, Flash Carter, cardiology student, and Santa Kringle. And guys, don't we need an elf to wrestle and Santa can manage him? I feel like it just has to happen.
I've been saying it for the longest time that Spo needs a junior division. I'm not going to say the term that we want to say because it's politically incorrect, but
little people.
Yes, we need a little people division. Okay.
But the thing is, though, an elf does not have to be a little person. Look at case in point, Orlando Bloom. He's not a little person, but he's a great elf. You know, Will Ferrell.
No, Will Ferrell is not a good. No,
He's huge.
No. Don't put.
I'm with Tommy.
Will Ferrell is not worthy of any any putovers. Okay.
What
and
about
Elf,
Rat Boy? Doesn't Rat Boy dress as an elf on Christmas? He says he sent us pictures before.
Sure. If you want to
And
book
I'll
Rat
bet he
Boy,
would let us power bomb him too. But yeah, we do. We need an elf, guys. For April 27th, we need an elf in the Battle Royal with Santa Claus. You heard it here first. It's got to happen. So we need an elf.
Let's make it happen.
Now, Phil, when you wrestled in PW as Lieutenant Commander Philip Stamper from Star Trek, did you have the Vulcan ears? Because that would be elf-like.
I did not have the ears. I think you said I was half Vulcan.
Well, you used the Vulcan neck grip.
Right. Well, and then I think I shot Cabby with a phaser, and we never saw him again in wrestling.
Who did you shoot?
Cabby.
Abdullah the Butcher?
No, Cabby. Cabbie.
I don't know Cabby.
That's all I knew him as.
Remember.
Was Cabby. But yeah, I shot him with a phaser. That's how I won the match.
Good. The ref didn't check you for the weapons at first, I guess.
Who would?
That's a shame.
We trust Phil. Everybody trusts Phil.
How can we not trust in Phil, guys? Let's be honest. Did you guys see the Super 8 happen this weekend?
No. Who won?
Yeah, Leo Sparrow. There he is. Now, Leo Sparrow, let me tell you guys something. Leo Sparrow at Donnie's Contest of Champions 2.5 years ago came to the ring and threw spinach in my cousin's face. And I have it on video. I can't find it right now, but I have it.
And that stuck with you forever.
Dude, me and my whole family just loved watching it and sending it to my cousin. I mean, my cousin's sitting there like at the guardrail drinking like a soda, like with a happy face. And out of nowhere, Leo just turns and pelts him with a handful of spinach right in his face. And my cousin didn't even sell it. He just kept right on drinking, and then the camera went off him, dude. I must have rewound it 100 times. But, dude, congratulations. You know, I mean, listen, let's be honest. The Super 8 might not be what it used to be, but what is what it used to be, Phil? Is anything what it used to be?
That is true. That is true. I like to leave some things here and there show back up, but
and it's an accomplishment. You know, he achieved a goal that a lot of people have set out to achieve at a certain point in their lives, and you know, who are we to demean it? You know, good for Leo Sparrow. I've wrestled Leo.
I'm not demeaning it. You're right.
Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think Leo Sparrow is a hell of a talent, and you know, he continues to defy what somebody can accomplish in wrestling. So, you know.
Well, no, that's good. And we went to the Super 8. What was it, last year?
I believe it was.
Pat Dynamite was in it.
It was probably 2 years ago at this point.
2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago when Pat Dynamite was in it. We went and that's when we met Kettner that night. Remember, I introduced you guys to Jim Kettner.
That's right.
Who was the longtime promoter of ECWA. You hear Donnie talk about him a lot. And we used to run events. He used to run events with Kevin Kelly up in Connecticut. And I don't know, Phil, if you saw it or not, but Kevin just announced he's going to run his own Fed.
I did. I saw that.
You have any news on that? What did he say?
All I saw was a later update that's somewhere west of Harrisburg. So
do you think it'll be the Hamburg Fieldhouse? I think that's where it is.
I could see that happen, but I really don't know. I really don't know.
So what happened? He helped, was it AXW open in the Hamburg Fieldhouse? Okay. For a couple of events, he was with them, correct?
He was running them, coordinating them. Bob Evans was like his right hand on it.
Right.
And then
Bob Evans was his right hand back in 2001 when we were going to Connecticut, by the way.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. But go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's kind of all I know. Then things happened. They parted ways. AXW is still running, but now looks like Kevin Kelly's going to start his own company.
Yeah, we'll try to get an update on that soon. I think Donnie will probably talk to him in the next week. When I sent Donnie the message and said, look, Kevin Kelly's starting his own Fed, his first instinct was, oh, poor man's inbox is going to fucking friggin' explode.
And he sort of hinted on that on a later post today. It was like, I've heard from everybody, and
no, he didn't hear from us. We just thanked him. I want to see him do good. I don't care if he books us or not. We need more good promoters in this area to use people. Use the back seats, Kevin. Please use the back seats. They're ready, willing, and able. How about you, Phil? Are you going to try to get in there?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course I am.
Let's get in. Skillz, you in?
If you win, I'm in.
We're all going to work for Kevin Kelly.
There you go.
Whether he likes it or not.
I mean, but I am going to see all of the back seats on April 6th at FWA Maryland.
That's right. That's going to be a good one.
That's right. That's right.
At the Havre de Grace Theater.
Mm-hmm. Which is not in a bad area. It's actually in a very good, nice area.
It is. Speaking of bad areas.
Bad areas, yeah. What's going on?
Do we have to do our bad area?
Not one bad area.
We have to do some bad areas because, I haven't even spoken about my travels.
Let's do it, brother.
Let's get it.
Ooh, I've been waiting for this for a long time. So, those of you who currently haven't been listening, I ventured out to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, this past Thursday to wrestle for Only Wrestlers Association, which is a startup promotion that is being, I will say, endorsed by Rob Van Dam and Katie Forbes. Shouts out to them. They the homies. And overall, we had a really, really good event. Did a really good house. We got to wrestle Live Danger out there in the opening match. But anyone who's been to this, the city of Los Angeles will tell you it's a dump. There's a picture right there of could you pull that back, the picture of us with Live Danger and Bill Alfonso. Bill Alfonso is actually our referee. Shouts out to the Fonz. And I don't know if you see this, but both Livewire Charlie and Danger Ross look like they've grown a full foot since being out on the West Coast. They look like they've each fully digested their former selves and came back with zero fat on them. It's just it's insane.
Can I cut you off a second?
Sure.
When I sent this picture to my brother Robbie, he thought that I used Photoshop, and he would not believe me that I didn't. He thought for sure that I enlarged the two of them. This is I don't even know what to make of this. I can't see their shoes. Do they have 5-inch lifts on maybe?
No.
They are ridiculously monsters. They literally look like two Ultimate Warriors. It's Ron Simmons on the left and Ultimate Warrior on the right is what I'm seeing.
Yeah. It's like Warlord and Barbarian.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, so the venue was at the Vermont. Just to say why LA is a bad area. We wound up hotel hopping, and our original Airbnb that they had us staying at. I sent a picture to Johnny and I said, they got us staying on Crenshaw.
Oh.
So thankfully they moved us to a different area, which full disclosure, I think there was actually somebody sleeping in an abandoned car next to the Airbnb, which was a nice Airbnb, but it was maybe 4 miles from Compton. So I'm thinking it's probably somewhere in South Central LA. We get there, and
bro, not to cut you off, but you're talking about some of the baddest bad areas on earth right now.
And here I am just walking around, just bumping Ice Cube, just bumping Tupac. The first thing we did, JP's like, let's go get a In-N-Out burger. And I'm like, fine. We get there.
New Yorker.
Yup.
Go anywhere.
I'll go anywhere. LA, I'm just putting it over because I find it amusing, but to anyone who's been to San Diego, LA's a dump. You know what I mean? It's cool, but between the traffic, the homeless, and just
that pollution out there too.
the pollution, the gas prices. Listen, the event was fun. The event was fun. Fun to be at. I hope I get to see footage of it one day because rumor has it that it might turn into some lost archive footage forever. Thankfully, there's a bootleg cut of the Backseats versus Live Danger, but unless we know any internet specialists who know how to use the Wayback Machine to restore the stream from Thursday, this might be lost footage. So, Only Wrestlers is claiming that they're going to run another event in Chicago. So we'll see what happens. I'm happy to see that they haven't been, deterred from, running again. But, that's basically it for LA. It was fun. It was cool to be out there. It was fun to see Live Danger. It was, awesome to see RVD and Katie Forbes and Bill Alfonso. Charlie Haas, got to meet him for the first time. What a great dude. Got to hear a lot about, Jim Kettner and, Jay Briscoe and stories from his brother's time in wrestling, Russ Haas. Another fallen soldier to the tag team division.
Peggy Havens asks, is it bad in LA?
Is it bad in LA? I'm sure it is. Thankfully, I wouldn't know, but a
lot of gangs.
I'm not even bothered by that, to be honest with you, because technically juggalos are considered a gang by the FBI. So it's like, it's just what I'm talking about is if you're going around and the city is boarded up and gated up, and it's like, I literally drove by the neighborhoods that you would see in like Boys in the Hood or like, Menace to Society. So it's real. If you want nice California, go to San Diego. If you want the gritty stuff that you see on true crime documentaries, go to LA. Don't get caught up, as Ice Cube would say, but I didn't. And I made my way to beautiful West Virginia, a complete opposite end of the spectrum in bad areas. For those of you who don't know, West Virginia is one of the poorest states in all 50 states of America. Where we were at in particular was just outside of I believe Charleston, West Virginia. Yeah. And then the promotion that we wrestled for was ASW. I'm having a hard time remembering names and everything. It's just the gentleman who promoted the event's name was Gary, I believe Damron. Yes. Phil, help me out here.
Gary Damron. Yeah.
Gary
I was looking
Damron.
it up and I was like, I know the name. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. So this event, they ran it at the Madison Civic Center. It was their 19th anniversary. They had stars such as Colt Cabana, Matt Cardona, veteran Jack Vaughn, and of course, superstars of JCW. So, JCW American champion Caleb Conley was
who let the Joker get away this weekend too.
He sure did. We had a JCW Women's Champion, Dynamite Danny Moe. And of course, myself and JP took on the Tater Gang. And we got the dub thanks to, of course, the services of our manager, the Duke himself, Violent J. You could actually see footage of this on the Backseat Boyz social media and the ASW social media. I just want to give a shout out to both Only Wrestlers Association and ASW. Shouts out to West Virginia and Los Angeles. You might be bad areas, but I want to put the both of you over real quick because, first of all, West Virginia, one of the easiest, Charleston, West Virginia, by far the easiest and most empty airport ever. Customer service there was phenomenal. Love the Bigfoot scenery. I got tons of Bigfoot merchandise, including a bag of Bigfoot poop. So, I'm all about the Bigfoot stuff. And, despite being bad areas, if you could find good in every bad, you'll find yourself in everything. So I want to pass this bad area segment to Mr. Johnny Cashmere because there's a reason why we're going so in depth with the bad areas this time around.
So bad area was first introduced to us by Brian Logan, the referee from CZW, my friend. Used to be called the most bitter man in wrestling. There's his car. We called him Gee. Pat Tanaka says, "How is Gee?" So we put it on the license plate.
Do Pat Tanaka doing How is Gee?
How is Gee? Oh, how is Gee? Oh, how is Gee? Gee good, good. So we always say, "How is Gee?" All right. So Donnie, if Donnie were here, he would love that. But anyway, so Bigfoot poop. That's crazy. Yeah, you're right. That is crazy.
Some guy named Carl used a plastic bag.
I'll actually show it.
Show it. Show it. Oh my god. He looks so proud of himself.
Freshness you could taste.
Ew! Look how proud he is of himself too. Like, yeah, I did a poop.
So we'll talk about Bigfoot at a later time and how Johnny, among other people, have convinced me that Bigfoot exists. But continue with your story.
So, all right. So Brian Logan, he has the worst luck. Like, bad areas find him. Okay. It was always, Johnny, I don't want to go. It's a bad area. No, it's a bad area. I don't want to leave my car. It's a bad area. It's all I ever hear. Right. Last night, he's at home by himself, not bothering a soul. Okay. And he gets this, this alert comes through his cell phone. I'm going to show you guys. This is the actual alert he sent me. Okay. Falls Township has issued a shelter-in-place order due to police activity. Lock all doors and move to a central and secure location away from windows. Report any suspicious activity by calling 911. Now, if me or anyone in my family received this, we would just kill ourselves. Mass grave. Just mass graves. We'd be drinking Kool-Aid. That'd be it. So I hit him up today. I said, so what was it all about? A barricaded shooter is what this was about. But they don't tell you till the next day when you're already numb with fear. So poor Brian Logan had a bad area literally come into his home last night. How would you guys feel if you got that alert? Look, extreme. Emergency alert, extreme. That's like the temperature. It's like saying it's the worst it could be. Stay away from windows.
Yeah, he lives in a good town. I live in a city, so I wouldn't get notifications like that.
I can't even imagine. Like, usually it's an Amber Alert or a missing something.
I never even seen an alert like that. Yeah.
What I think what I've come to realize, and Skillz, maybe you'll agree with me, is that once you've been to New York, all these quote unquote bad areas that have reputations, it's a little bit more bark than bite. Like LA, West Virginia, they look bad. And yes, they both have high populations of homeless people, which is a problem in itself. But the bigger question is, why is it set up that a majority of these wrestling venues are located in bad areas? So that's a conversation for a different podcast. I ain't even going to get into all that because we'll be here for days at a time. But with that being said, I take pride in being able to go to any neighborhood and live to tell the tale and talk about it on the Spokecast with pride.
We're going to start doing live drop-ins from bad areas. It's going to be our new shtick.
I've already said we need to start doing Spokecast, Trip TV, and bad area merchandise drops for people to like, all right,
Absolutely.
and then this way when Phil Stamper, gets to run for his next presidency, and he does his rally, he could throw out or do the China t-shirt gun of, all right, we got one Trip TV, extra large, boom. All right, we got a bad area. We need a couple of these. The bad area is popular. Boom, boom.
I'm all about it.
No, we do not need to download the Citizen app because that is a trick. That is a trick for them to try and fearmonger, just like the Waze app is a trick. Okay. Bottom line.
So, guys, did you see this, by the way? I'm all about like metaphysics and spirituality and craziness, right? So ready for this, guys? Near-death experience. New York teen died for 3 minutes, said God had on a Jinder Mahal t-shirt.
Okay.
That gotta be some National Enquirer. Is that a...
No, the dude really believes it. Look at him. He's right there. He's got things on his chest. He really did die. A Jinder Mahal t-shirt. Of all shirts, you got to wonder what shirt it was. Like, is WWE sending God a cease and desist right now?
I don't have a mailing address. So no.
God doesn't hinder gender. You know, sign on the road, you're going the right way. So my weekend was concluded because by chance discovery, I was able to do a ride share home from LaGuardia because somebody else was going back to the same town as me. And this person was a wrestling fan who also happened to be a physical therapist in my very town of Rockland County, New York, who was a wrestling fan and it was a fan of Jinder Mahal. So I believe that this man saw God and God was Jinder and said, "You will not hinder Jinder." Okay? Because here's the thing. I'm of the opinion that there are different interpretations to whatever spirituality you have. So if somebody chooses to believe that Jinder Mahal is in fact God, that will not be hindered.
Well, that means that God had his own merchandise on, which makes God a mark for himself. I just can't believe that.
But again,
God would be rocking BackSeat. He'd be rocking BackSeat merchandise or even Bollywood Boys merchandise, but not Jinder Mahal.
But what does this go back into saying? Remember our first promo when you spoke to Trent and he said that God was a mark?
Yes. Phil, let me ask you something. Phil, when you go see God, whose worker's shirt is on his chest? Skillz, you're next, so start thinking.
Oh my goodness. I'm gonna say Reckless Youth. Because why not?
Who?
Reckless Youth.
Reckless Youth. Why not? Reckless Youth is on God's. Okay, that's a good one. Who do you pick, Skillz?
I'm gonna say the SAT.
The SAT are on God's shirt.
The Innovators, of course.
God is paying royalties to them every month. Win is running off God money. I have a feeling.
Who's on your God's shirt, Johnny?
My God shirt? Oh my gosh. All right, you go up, you finally get there, you look at God, you finally behold him, you look down at the shirt, and it's a jacked Eric Bischoff. That's who it is. That's my God right now in wrestling is jacked Eric Bischoff. The most vital man in wrestling right now. I'm so impressed by him.
Did you pop up the photo? Do you have the photo?
I do have it somewhere if I can find it. Give me a minute. Geez. Talk amongst yourselves while I try to find the photo.
So my answer, I think two things would happen. And again, it would depend on where I'm going personally. Am I going to Shangri-La or am I going to Hell's Pit? If I'm going to Hell's Pit, I'm quoting my boy Riley Freeman from the Boondocks. It's like going to heaven and finding God smoking crack, because he's going to be wearing a Mongo McMichael shirt.
Wow.
But if I go, to heaven,
I'm a big mark for Mongo McMichael.
But I'm just saying, because why would God be wearing a Mongo shirt? You know what I'm saying? But in my God, but if I do go to heaven, God will be wearing an Andre the Giant shirt.
What was it? I missed it.
Andre the Giant.
Oh, will he be doing the Andre?
I think so. I think he'll get up there and he'll actually be there with Andre having a drink off. And right as the gates open, it'll be Andre cutting one of his 20-second long farts. And God will be like, "You okay, Andre?" And he'll be like, "I am now, boss." Cracks open a beer.
No, I don't think we can even say those things.
You know what? I have found in my own personal belief system, I think God has a wonderful sense of humor. And I think
I believe so too.
I got the picture, by the way. There he is. Easy E. Look at the arms.
Bigger than ever.
His arms, guys.
That's your God, Johnny?
Dude, he's 70 years old.
I thought Todd was God.
Todd is God, but listen, guys, what's his name? Rico went up to him at a signing this week, and watch what happened. I got to show you.
So do I ask or do I?
All right, we're going to turn off this volume, and we're going to watch this again. Now, he was literate. Look at this look on his face. He was about to, dude, he was about to throw hands with Rico. Look at that. And then boom.
Up his fist too.
Yeah. Did he really? Hold on. Let's analyze.
Look.
Oh my God. You're right. His fist. Oh, dude. Bischoff is the man. He's in better shape now than when he was in NWO.
No, 100%.
All right, let's watch it in all its
He would have
glory.
looked like a wrestler there.
What was he doing on the
Like that
table,
back
though?
in the day.
I think he's signing something. But all right, here, you're Rico, right? And you're, oh, there's my friend Eric. Let me go say hi to him. And here's what happens. Hey, Eric, what the fuck? I'm gonna kill you. Oh shit. Hey, good to see you. And like Eric has the like fake. Watch how perfect he comes right out of it. Watch. Hey, there it is. Hey, look at that.
Now,
dude,
I know
he's got to run for president.
Now I know both these guys are shooters, but can you go back to just so that Rico's? Does anyone else notice how perspirant the middle of his back is?
Who?
Rico.
That's so gross.
I'm sorry. Like my man still looks jacked and everything, but I can only imagine like how sweaty the middle of his back must get with how tight that shirt is.
The poor guy, he just wanted to go pay his respects to Bischoff, and he almost got killed. Dude, yo, guys, Bischoff is a dog that bites now. That's all there is to it.
That's how Lavari is right now, no?
Lavari's a dog that bites too. You're right. And guys, a dog that bites is a dog that bites. That's all there is to it. That's all there is to that. But anyway, this was a good show, guys. I had fun.
I did too.
I had fun too. You know it's always going to be a good time when you get to talk about bad areas. And stay tuned because this coming weekend, the BackSeat Boyz will debut for ALW in Cocoa, Florida, which I'm not exactly sure if it's a good or a bad area, but one thing's for sure. When we when we appear for Game Changer Wrestling St. Louis on Sunday, that, of course, is the worst of the bad areas in all 50 states.
So wait a minute. You're going to be in Florida this week, right?
I'm going to be in Florida on Friday and St. Louis on Sunday.
You know who's in St. Louis?
Who's
Clownvis.
That's right.
Dude, if you can get me in touch with Clownvis, we have to get him at a casino show. We have to have him maybe marry two people in a ring or something and then sing.
Yes.
We need Clownvis. So talk to him in St. Louis.
We need Clownvis and we need to do the SPO wedding. I've said forever that I need to be at a wrestling wedding just so that I could do the Shrek promo and go, I object.
Phil, any last words, brother?
I don't think there's anything I could say that would beat that.
I'm just going to intimidate you real quick. I'm intimidating you into silence right now.
He's looking right at me. He's looking
anywhere
right
you
at
walk.
me when you.
Dude, anywhere I go in this room, he's looking right at me.
You know,
Like
you
the
need
Mona Lisa?
a cardboard cutout of Eric Bischoff. That's what you need.
I'm a mark for Bischoff. Listen, I'm not making fun of the man. I think the man's cool as shit.
No,
I want to see him ball up his fist more at people.
I've always been a Eric Bischoff supporter. You know, I the one time I met him, he was extremely cool and easy to talk to, and you know, said we had a good look, and you know, just told us to keep doing what we're doing. So
that's it. All right, guys, let's end with a near-death experience.
I do not feel threatened by Eric Bischoff.
Oh wait, I got to take this off. How do you not feel threatened by Eric Bischoff? Look.
Because the violent crime rate in Cocoa Beach, Florida is 162.9 points higher than the U.S. average.
Uh-oh.
I could watch this over and over again. I love this. Whoop! Anyway, thanks, sir. You guys check it out. Tickets at SPO Wrestling. We're going to have a lot more this coming Monday. Check us out and wish the BackSeats luck in Florida. God bless, guys.
Peace.
God bless.